And I'll just offer a little bit of advice, because if the goal is to get that W and have fun at the same time, then you need to take pride in everything that encompasses good basketball. All right, y'all, apparently a lot of ball handlers, primary ball handlers on 2K feel like the Unpluckable badge is absolutely useless. I'm definitely curious to hear your thoughts about Unpluckable so far on 2K24. Do you guys think there needs to be an adjustment to the Unpluckable badge? Sound off in the comment section. We finna get into all the details. Y'all be sure to drop a like and drop a sub if you can. As you guys know, I don't like to waste your time, so we finna jump right into it. I want to reference this first tweet from It's Lee. He says, since Baluba and Zach Timmerman only like listening to content creators, run this up. Unpluckable is useless. And he shared 2 clips, which I'm going to show you guys in just a second. I want you guys to kind of figure out whether Unpluckable is useless or was this user error. He says, both steals were in the same game, stopped my animation's code and allowed him to steal the ball. Unpluckable didn't register at all. I'm going to share my thoughts after we load up these clips, but please keep in mind, watch closely to see if this is user error, was the defender playing good defense, or do you guys feel like Unpluckable, it needs an adjustment? Let's load up that clip. So after watching those clips, what do you guys think? Is that a user error, or do you guys feel like the Unpluckable badge should have saved him from the decisions he made with the ball? Now I want to put this all in proper context, because I feel like previous versions of 2K have paved the way for ball handlers to make some really poor decisions with the rock. And although my opinion on this after watching those 2 clips is probably not going to be a popular one, in reference to those 2 clips, I feel like it was user error and the defender should have gotten those steals. In previous versions of 2K, you really didn't have a need to respect the defense as much as you do in 2K24. For the veterans of 2K, they remember 2K19, where you couldn't put the ball down in front of a lockdown. That joint will get ripped ASAP. And although perimeter defense is not nearly as aggressive or rewarding as it was in 2K19 for these lockdown builds, in 2K24, I quickly realized that you need to respect their attributes. The fact is that some animations get ripped way more than others, depending on where the ball placement is. And I've personally been going through this problem myself. My Unpluckable only goes to silver, so I can't really just be putting the ball down all willy-nilly in front of an aggressive defender. Not to mention, most players out there, the second they get close to you, they're spamming that steal button. So with that in mind, I have to make sure I have those animations that keep the ball tight, low, and also helps keep the ball away from the defender. If I'm finna do a crossover right in front of the lockdown defender right in front of me, and he has a 99 steal or a high 90 steal, that man should get that rock. This was just happening to me yesterday, and I had to make an adjustment and remove my aggressive combo. I like this idea because it forces me to think a little bit more and strategize on which animations I have equipped on my player. Oftentimes, it just becomes a matter of when to trigger those animations, making sure you're a good distance away. Although primary ball handlers are calling for a buff to the Unpluckable badge, I gotta tell you guys, there's a lot of lockdowns out there that don't feel the same. And to keep it a buck, I see a lot of primary ball handlers just making some real poor decisions with the rock, crossing over right into the defense. And that man has a 99 steal and he doesn't get the pluck. In my opinion, that happens way too often. But it's more understandable for them primary ball handlers that have Unpluckable at a really high level. They should be afforded the opportunity to make a couple mistakes, especially if this is a transitional period into where defense is headed. This way, more players are able to meet that learning curve. So imagine in 2K25, they actually increase the amount of steals that defense get. Primary ball handlers could ease into these adjustments. I feel like ball handlers just need to remember that although you got a 92 ball handle or even a 95 ball handle, that still comes to less than a 99 steal. And if your ball handle so happens to match up same number, say 92 ball handle against a 92 steal, then it becomes strategy, and you got to make sure that you're keeping the ball away from the defender. In previous versions of 2K, ball handlers had way more room to make way more mistakes. In 2K24, not so much. But as always, I'm definitely curious to hear your thoughts about this. Y'all be sure to sound off in the comment section. I want to reference this next tweet from Jay Easy. He says, the amount of people that refuse to pass the ball in 2K is insane. And don't get me started on help defense. I guess these are concepts that are too difficult for the average person to grasp. And I can't front y'all, over the years, I've seen the IQ of average 2K players just completely plummet from what it used to be way back when. And before 2K24, you used to be able to do a lot more with a lot less. But it seems in 2K24, you start trying to put into practice the same things you used to do in previous versions of 2K, and you end up just looking goofy out there. I wish more players took pride in setting up the play. Although you may not have gotten the bucket, it was because of you that your homie or your teammate was able to get the bucket. Maybe you're a primary ball handler and you forced a double team, opening up a spot up shot for your homie. Now we know the goal in 2K is to get that W, but a lot of people want to have fun and get a W at the same time. And folks' perception of what fun is varies drastically between players. And I'll just offer a little bit of advice, because if the goal is to get that W and have fun at the same time, then you need to take pride in everything that encompasses good basketball. And oftentimes that has to do with you guys passing the rock. Don't just pass the rock for the sake of passing the rock. Set up your plays and make every play conducive toward getting that W. And that stands for everybody, whether you're in the play or not. Like for instance, a spot up shooter, your spacing and discipline helps tremendously to keep defenders away from the rock. Hopefully more players can take pride in that idea. But with that same thought in mind, a primary ball handler needs to understand that the reason they have that space is because that corner sitter, that spot up shooter, he's disciplined enough to give you the space to create a shot. This is why it's important for these ball handlers to get everybody involved in the game. If that man starts moving around and you fail to pass him the rock, he goes to start moving around. Now you're getting double teamed out there. You end up looking like a goofball. I'm hoping by the end of 2K24, players overall are just increasing their IQ and finding new ways to get buckets, not just for themselves, but for the entire team. And for Christ's sake, in regards to help defense, please do not be face guarding your man in the corner. Please share this with anybody that this applies to. We should be way past the idea of you face guarding and not helping on defense, playing a sweet spot. I can't tell you how many countless times we've gotten W's because one defender, one team had one weak link who was just completely guarding his arrow. And that man don't know no better. By the end of the game, he's saying, well, my man didn't score. Yeah, but everybody else was able to score on the team because you wasn't playing help defense. And because you're face guarding your man in the corner, you gave the offense so much space to work with. Maybe those are harsh thoughts. I don't know. You guys share your thoughts about passing the rock and what you guys feel about help defense. Y'all sound off in the comment section below. I will be going live a little later on today to talk some more about this. Hopefully you guys could tune in. Y'all be sure to keep it locked. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join our Discord. We'd love to have you. The link for Discord will be in the description below. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and y'all be sure to keep it locked right here at AllCity Live TV, because we got a bunch more NBA 2K24 news, information, and updates coming your way. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. I'll catch you guys on the next video or live stream. Easy, y'all.